Good evening, dear audience. Today we focus on the removal of the food delivery tables at the University of Macau. After this policy adjustment by the university, what are the real feelings of the food delivery riders and the students? Next, we'll hear their true thoughts through two segments of interviews. First, let's take a look at the interviews with several food delivery riders. They travel between the campus and the outside on a daily basis, and change of food delivery tables directly affects their delivery rhythm. Let's see what they talked about.
Mingle is a food delivery person in Macau and has over 10,000 followers in Chinese social media.
On average, I deliver about 10 food orders per day to the University of Macau. There have been cases of lost orders, but we're not sure how they were eventually resolved. We simply report the situation to our company. First, we need to determine whether it was the delivery rider's fault or the customer's. If the riders are not notified the customers via text and provided photo evidence, then the rider is not held responsible. If there were a designated food delivery table, both riders and customers would know exactly where to pick up orders, and which would significantly reduce the cases and the missed delivery. Since the removal of the food delivery table, we now have to call students in advance, and students also need to check their messages to ensure they have enough time to come downstairs and collect their orders. Without the food delivery table, it definitely takes more time for our riders, but it doesn't really affect our overall income. But for students, it definitely wastes their time. However, the university's management perspective must also be considered. Maintaining a designated food delivery area involves costs, and the university doesn't generate any revenue from it. Exactly. Here's the thing. If meals aren't handed over in person, but are left on the delivery table instead, problems like missing or stolen deliveries you mentioned are indeed likely to occur. However, such issues will be less frequent with face-to-face handover. Such troubles do exist, but they aren't the main issue. It's just a matter of interpersonal adaptation. A bigger problem is that sometimes the phone numbers provided by customers are from mainland China. These numbers conflict with Macau numbers and thus get blocked on suspicions of being foreign calls, making it impossible to reach the customers. Besides, there is a certain delay in sending text messages. All these will delay the meal delivery.
In the just concluded interviews, the delivery riders mentioned many practical problems. In the past, they could leave quickly after placing the food on the tables, but now they need to wait the students to pick up the food in person. When students are in class or delayed by other matters, it not only affects the delivery time and subsequent orders, but also cause a lot of problems between students and riders. They might cause a fight. However, some riders said that although face-to-face handover is a bit more troublesome, it can also reduce the situation of wrong delivery or loss of food, thus avoiding some disputes. For the students on campus, the removal of food delivery table is related to the convenience of daily meal pickup. Behind the policy of the university, do the students understand it or have other opinions? Let's continue to watch the interviews with the students.
Oh yeah, I think it's in impacts because maybe in that moment I have something need to do or I'm busy. So maybe I don't have time to take my order. And I think that will waste our both of time. Yeah, I think that's not good. Definitely, I think move back the table is a good thing. It's a good thing for our living in a college. I think have a table that will be more convenient, because if in that moment I have something to do or I'm in classroom, that will be very inconvenient for me to take my food. So I think the school he need to take the table back. This more better. This is good for me.
This is convenient because the time intervals between university classes can sometimes be long and sometimes short. This isn't very convenient for university students. Sometimes we might want to order takeout to eat back at school, but sometimes class hasn't ended yet. So how can we have time to pick it up?
From the students' feedback, opinions are divided. Some students feel inconvenienced, especially when break time is tight. In the past, they could pick up food casually at the delivery tables, but now they have to specially coordinate it with delivery riders, which makes it difficult to arrange time. However, some students think that the delivery table used to have many problems such as messy stacking and seat occupation. After the removal, the campus environment has indeed become more cleaner. At present, the university has not responded to the policy details and whether there will be follow-up organization measures. How to balance the delivery efficiency of riders and the meal pickup experience of students and the policy adjustment is worthy to attention. That's all for today's relevant report. Thank you for your time.